Are you going to feel connected to this land? To the rivers, to the streams, to the trees of this land? Are you going to take the option to feel connected? Are you going to take the option to be connected to other Gaelic people? Are you going to take the option to call the Tuatha De Danann back now and save this land? Because the fact is that slowly the Gaelic people have forgotten who they are. There are no written records from the Gaelic people. Do you ever wonder why there's no written records from the Gaelic people? Well, I want to tell you a story. A long time ago, I was walking with my son. My son was very, very young. And I looked in the sky and I saw this incredible arch of light and colour. This incredible arch of light and colour right over the sky. And he looked up. And in his face was wonder. Absolute wonder. And I taught him the word. And the second I taught him the word, the wonder went. The wonder was lost. Because it was then a concept, instead of just a magical thing that he's seen. And I taught him rainbow. That's a rainbow. And the second I taught him the word, the magic disappeared. I don't know if you can understand this now. The magic disappears and you see a bird soaring through the sky and dropping to the ground and flapping its wings as it lands. Then you teach him. Robin. And he never sees that bird again. He just sees the concept. Well, a long time ago, the Tuatha De Danann walked this land. The Tuatha De Danann walked this land. And they understood that this land, Ireland, the land of the goddess Ériu, was made of stories. Made of stories, was never made of facts. Was never made of facts. And they felt that as soon as you wrote it down, your experience of this land, your experience of life, the second you wrote it down, it died. It didn't breathe anymore. But they understood that stories, when you tell a story from generation to generation to generation, when you send a story down, it breathes life. It moves and it changes with each telling of the story. New life gets breathed into the story every single time. They understood this. But for 2,000 years, there's been a black magic spell. For 2,000 years, there's been a Fomorian black magic spell cast on this land to tell us that the only thing that exists are facts. If it can't be weighed, or if it can't be measured, or if it can't be recorded, it doesn't exist. It's not real. This has been a Fomorian black magic spell. The Fomorians have taught us fear. They've taught us climate change. They've taught us that a meteor is going to hit the earth and kill us all. They've taught us war. They've taught us not to connect with other Gaelic people. They've taught us that the amazing thing that we are strong if we're disconnected. They've taught us that there's no power in connection, in family connection, families being connected and looking after each other. There's no power in that. There's no power in Gaelic people being connected. There's only power in disconnection. The Gaelic people have been under this black magic spell. That war is good. That we should forget about the Brehon laws where we look after our neighbours and look after our families and protect each other and feel a connection. Because the Fomorians are the forces of cold hard logic and reason. They've taught us to fear. They've taught us that if we can't measure it, then it's not real. It doesn't exist. But we, Tuatha Dé Danann, we can remember who we are. Tuatha Dé Danann always said that when Ireland was almost lost, when Ireland was being destroyed, when the goddess Ériu was being killed, then there would be an option. The Gaelic people would have an option to bring the Tuatha Dé Danann back in their heart and save Ireland. They would have that option. And are you going to take that option? Are you going to feel connected to this land? To the rivers, to the streams, to the trees of this land? Are you going to take the option to feel connected? Are you going to take the option to be connected to other Gaelic people? Are you going to take the option to call the Tuatha Dé Danann back now and save this land? Because the fact is that slowly the Gaelic people have forgotten who they are. They're being disconnected from the magic of this land. They've forgotten the language. They've forgotten their games. They've forgotten who they are. But the magic is still here. The magic, if you listen. Can you hear it? The magic is still here. It's in the streams, it's in the rivers of Ireland. It's in the roots of the trees. It's in the wind that you can feel blowing in your face. It's in the sun. When you see the sun, when the sun touches your skin, the magic is still here. It's in the space between the words. It's in the space between the words. It's in the old stories of this land. It's in the bodhrán. Can you hear the bodhrán playing? It's in the bodhrán when it plays. The magic is still here. It's in your heart. Can you feel it in your heart? Can you feel the magic of Ireland in your heart now? The Fomorian spell, the 2,000 year Fomorian spell, can only hold if we let it. If we let it. If you keep speaking. If you keep listening and telling the stories. If you connect. If you connect with the forests of Ireland, with the lakes of Ireland, with the rivers of Ireland, the Fomorian spell will begin to weaken. And it will weaken and weaken and weaken. Feel it. Can you feel it weakening already? So connect with the goddess Ériu. Tell your stories. Listen to the old stories. Hear the bodhrán playing. Tell your stories. Remember who you are. Remember the old ways. And never stop believing in the magic of Ireland.